Hello friends, me Abdullah from Emel Studios. Sorry for so late lecture due to COVID. It's too late. Now let's get started. The whole lecture will move around the filters. Let's get started. Now welcome back. Now first of all, before starting, I want to tell you that some benefits. The first benefit is that we softening our images, and the other one is that hiding imperfections, and the third one is that drawing attention to what you want to see your audience, and the fourth one is that making this text stand out, and the last one is that we will remove the bad cuts from our images. Some tips you should keep in mind while using the blur filters and other blur tool and other filters like that. You should always work on the duplicated layer, Control J, and the other one is that you should always convert it into smart object. I highly recommend it to you that you should convert the image to your smart object. Okay, now after converting it into smart object, go to filters. In the filters, first of all we learn about the blur tools, and in this blur tool there are 16 types of blur. First of all, we start up with average blur. Average blur is simply what do it mix up the every color and convert them into the average color. For example, for your understanding, like this, here in this image the main area is gray, so when we average the blur tool, it will convert our all area to the grayish like this color. It is mostly used where we want to convert the background of image like the image colors. For example, understand with an example. Control J, remove it, and then take selection tool. I select the subject properly, press Alt to deselect this area. Now go to select and modify it and give feather. The shortcut of feather is Shift F6 on your keyboard, and give it 20 to 30 feather. Okay, now take the copy of this layer and then go to this, and here we go to filter and blur and average it like this. You can see that here we these images are used in which we want to give the background color like the image color. Hope you understand it. Now move toward another filter. Now go to filter, blur. On this layer we take it blur filter. You can see it slightly affect the blur tool. If you want to give it more blur, go to filters and blur. Here the option you can see that more blur. It will double the blur of your image. If you want more blur, it will smooth our images like this. You can see that it is not smooth. After blurring the image, you can see that it will become more smoother. Okay, now move toward another blur filter. Go to filters and then box blur. Box blur and the Gaussian blur are similar, but mostly we use Gaussian blur. Now give it first of all box blur to it to see you what affect it. You can see that to enhance our picture you should only give according to your picture. Likewise 2 to 5, 10 is also too much. Here 3 is okay. Likewise this okay. Here it affect all the image of your image. For if you want to remove the blurriness from your eyes, go to this layer mask and add a layer mask and take brush tool to remove the area. You can see that it smooth our images. Here we don't want to smoother our lips and eyes. Here you can see that it will become more beauty. Now hide this layer and duplicate this layer, and on the other layer we will filter, go to blur and give it Gaussian blur 3 2. Yeah, okay. You can see also preview it. Gaussian blur is more effective than the box blur, so mostly we use this Gaussian blur to beautify our images. Now move toward another filter, the other which is the motion blur and radial blur. For the motion blur we are using this image because it is more effective for the moving like car racing or bike, like these images in which motions are included. Take the copy of this layer by pressing Ctrl J. Yeah, and we will give it blur, motion blur. You can adjust the angle. Want to give like this is okay. You can also adjust the distance. It will increase your blurriness level. It's too much, and so that we will give 40 to 50 is okay. Yeah, this is okay, but the yeah, you can also change your angle what you want. I think this is okay, but the distance, yeah, okay. Now we want to remove the blurriness from the car. For this you can create mask. Here my mask is not working too much, so that I create it by pressing Alt and then I will adjust. I am just adjusting the yeah, you can see that it will become more better. You can, yeah, the original image is that, and after applying the motion blur on it, it will become more better. It will become more realistic, you can say that. In this image I am seeing you the radial blur. Take a copy, Ctrl J, go to filter, blur and radial blur. Here there is an option of spin and zoom. Zoom, it will spin like the circles. Zoom, it will outside the image. Okay, for this image I am using the amount 30 to 40 is okay. Okay. I take the copy of this layer to see you properly. You can see that here is the before and here is the after. It is very effective in the like these images. Okay. Now moving toward another filter, which is builder. Shape filter is not much more usable because if you want to use it, then it depends on you that which shapes like this you want to blur image. Here it is a tree shape, you can choose in your gallery. Here is leaves, wild animals, there are many previews like this. I only show you what the fact is. You can see that it blurred like the tree image. In this image I show you. Control J and go to filters, blur, smart blur. Normal. It will not change the shape of your skin, only blurred the area between the shape area. It is more effective and useful tool. You can see that it will smoother our image. It is too much, so that it is not. You can see the hardness of your image after applying this blur filter, smart filter. It will become more smoother. The main work of this filter is that it will remove the pimples and other bad cuts in our skin or image. Okay, and now move to another filter, which is surface filter, surface blur. Go to blur and surface blur. Surface blur is also similar to the smart filter. It is also smoothing our skin. It depends on the threshold. If you it will too much, oh, so that we are giving 10 to 12. Okay, yeah. You can also reduce the radius preview of before and after, so that in this for this filter it will smoother perfectly. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, hope you understand the lecture. Thank you so much.